An update, a pointless, irrelevant update, but an update nonetheless. It kind of shows you how the voting system will go down eventually, that one of the main candidates will go down and then their votes will get redistributed to the other candidates, and then you'll see who wins, if Adams leads, if Adams is able to hold on to his lead, or if he ends up losing. So what just happened? So ranked choice, they're tabulating the ranked choice ballots in New York City, right? They just had ranked elections, and usually the idea is to get all the votes in and then to do the tabulation, but New York City is doing something different where they're going to do the tabulations before they get all the votes in, just for shits and giggles, I think, just for the fuck of it, just for the hell of it, I think just for funsies, right? So, okay. Ranked choice voting, run of in-person votes. Let's see. It ends with Eric Adams narrowly ahead of Catherine Garcia. So there you go. There you go. When you do the ranked choice tabulation, before all the votes are in, Eric Adams, he wins. So there you go. He got 51.1% of the vote. Catherine Garcia is going to get 48.9% of the vote. And after round 10, I think is when Maya Wiley, stayed in there the whole time. It was like 41% to, 32% to 30%. But as soon as Maya Wiley went down, then that's when you saw Garcia go straight up. And so ultimately it's going to be, one of them going around the curve is going to get knocked out. Either Catherine Garcia is going to get knocked out, or Maya Wiley, or maybe Eric Adams actually is going to get knocked out. So that was just a fake run. That was just a tabulation for funsies. The ranked choice election, the thing that they just did today in New York City, did not include the 120,000 plus absentee votes. 120,000, 140,000. It didn't include all the votes. So they forgot to do all the votes. And then it also just did the first choice and second choice. Let's see here. Garcia theorized that her rise in ranked choice tabulation was due to her being a consensus candidate, even if she was not every New Yorker's first choice, allowing her to get a large share of number 2 votes. Garcia formed an alliance leading the campaign with Andrew Yang. Okay. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about it, and then I'm just going to kind of read the articles. So I still think that eliminating all the under 5%, everybody under 5% for the first round, take everybody, I think I saw it in, San Francisco or Oakland or some shit, but they took everybody that was under 5% for the first round and just knocked them out. Just knocked them out. You didn't even get 5% of the public to vote for you, then you don't count. No, you don't count. The only way you counted was if you were to get anybody, that liked you to vote for a actual candidate, a viable candidate, a candidate that had a chance of winning. If they would have voted for you, in their number 2, 3, 4, or 5 spot. Now, this is how Maine does it. Maine makes sure they wait, they wait for all the votes to come in. They can't just do, ranked choice vote. You have to wait for all of the votes to come in. So, since there's over 120,000, absentee ballots that have not been, they haven't come in yet, and then they also have like another week to cure them. So that means if somebody had messed up, then they notify the person, hey, you didn't sign it on the envelope, the proper spot if you want to fix this, and you have to come in. So you turn in the absentee ballots. As long as they're postmarked by Election Day, then they have so much time to get in, then they have that much time to get cured. So they look at the thing and either, call you or send you something in the mail, and then you get that in the mail, and then you got 7 days to cure that. And so ultimately, there's going to be a count July 6th, July 9th, July 12th, somewhere around there. Basically, I said July 22nd. If this shit takes longer than a fucking month, so none of it seems like shenanigans so far. You got a week to get the absentee ballots in, then you got a week for the curing, and then once you got all the absentees and all of them cured or not, then, once that timeline is done, then you do the ranked choice tabulation. Once you get all the votes in, then you do the ranked choice tabulation, and not a moment soon, because you don't know who's going to get bumped off along the way. You know, round, 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll go differently depending on how those 120,000 absentee votes are. So, and those are ranked votes too, so it's not just 120,000 going to go to one or another. It'll go to the majority. The majority. It gives, voters more power, more leverage, more of a say-so. So there you go. They had basically a practice one. I hope it doesn't confuse too many people, because Maya Wiley has just as equal chance of winning as Catherine Garcia as Eric Adams. It's a three-way race. Until they do the ranked choice tabulation, it's a three-way race between Maya, between Catherine, and between Eric. And you saw what happened today with Garcia. So what, you think 120,000 ballots isn't going to change? There's only, 2 or 3 percentage points? He had 51% to her 48%. So once Maya Wiley or Catherine Garcia most likely is going to get eliminated, they're going to throw their votes to the other person because they're more of a consensus candidate, and then that's going to skyrocket. That's going to shoot them almost, to the level of Eric Adams. Do they beat Eric Adams? But that's how it's going to go. And that's when people say, oh, this thing's in the bag, it's virtually insurmountable, impossible. Eric Adams has got this thing in the bag, this thing is over, this thing is over. They don't know what the goddamn fuck they're talking about. This is only 2 or 3 percentage points, and it's a mock election, and it doesn't include 120,000 of the votes. So imagine, how close this shit's going to get when people are actually counting for realsy. For realsies, when this is actually for real, this is the real ranked choice, tabulation. This isn't the, fake one, the play one. This is the real one. We got all the votes are in. They've, had a week to cure them, and so these are the votes that we got. Now, let's ranked choice this motherfucker. Let's get some ranked choice tabulations up into this motherfucker right here. So let's see, it won't be all the ballots, it'll be skewed heavily, da-da-da-da-da. Fair vote, unofficial tabulations. I guess San Francisco does unofficial tabulations. Some people are sitting there saying, look, this is taking forever. It has nothing to do with ranked choice voting. The reason why it's taking forever is because New York City has laws with absentee votes that you got, a week or whatever, past postmarks. You got a week to get the thing in, and then you got a week to cure the damn thing. So that's the reason why it's taking forever, not because of the ranked choice voting process, because we got to, do the absentee ballots by law. They got a week to cure them, which is, fuck, if you don't know how to sign your name, and really, if it's like a minor thing, like signing your name or some shit, just didn't sign it exactly on the fucking envelope or some shit? I don't know. So it's like, just count the vote. Jesus Christ. The delays don't have anything to do with ranked choice voting. That's absolutely true. Let's see. E-Day, window, curing certain defects. The legislature has already acted to speed absentee processing in the future. It's a remarkable result, I will say. It was interesting. The only thing that I get out of this is that, just look at how the election day thing breaks down. As soon as Maya Wiley was eliminated in round 10, which could have just as easily have been Eric or Catherine. If Eric is eliminated, holy shit, then it's anybody's ball game, isn't it? If Eric is eliminated, then Andrew Yang could have easily have won this. He should not have dropped out. I feel like if I was Andrew Yang, I'd still be in it. But since he's out, that leaves just the top 3. And it could break anyway. It could go any direction. If Garcia's knocked out, then her votes, her 2, 3, 4, the consensus candidate could be Maya Wiley. If Eric Adams is knocked out, the consensus candidate, could be goddamn Paperboy. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. So it is a remarkable result in the fact that, it's only 2 or 3 percentage points. People saying it's virtually impossible. It's only 2 or 3 percentage points away. Virtually impossible when it's only 2 or 3 It's only 2 or 3. It's only 2 or 3 votes away. It's only 2 or 3 steps away. It's only 2 or 3 centimeters away. It can't be done. It can't be done. It's 3 centimeters away. So let's see. Adams, he got 51%, so 368,000. Adams had complained about that there was apparently 100 more thousand votes, but with the whole ranked choice. So he's like, wait a second, how come there's 100 more thousand votes? Where did we get 100 extra more thousand votes? Which, ask these damn questions. Ask all these motherfucking questions. Because if I was Eric Adams, I'd be mad. Because in terms of plurality, he got 31%. Typically, right, it would go to him. So it could feel like it's being taken away, but Eric knew that this was a ranked choice election. So it's all about, you got to count all the votes. You have to count all the votes, and you have to tabulate the ranked choice voting. And he doesn't have a majority. So Eric Adams has has had 31% for the longest time. So that's not a majority. 31% is not over 50%. It is not greater than 50%. So Garcia says she's the consensus candidate. The results that came in on primary night were only in-person first-choice votes. New York City Board of Election will conduct the ranked choice count of in-person votes today, July 6th. It would count absentee and affidavit ballots, the likely final step in the process. Is it July 6th? They're counting, the ranked choice of in-person votes today, and then they're going to do 6th. That's not how ranked choice voting works. So I think if it's just a practice, but if they actually say, okay, no, this is the actual tally, and then we're going to somehow take the absentee and affidavit ballots and do something else, it will be likely the final step. But does today count? To me, today doesn't count whatsoever. But they might actually say, well, no, this is step 4, and then step 5 is this. No, you have to have all the votes in. That's how Maine does it, and it's cleaner. How can you eliminate the last place voter until you know who the actual last place voter is? The last place whatever candidate. You have to know who the last place candidate is to eliminate them, and until you have all the votes in, you don't know who that last place is. So you don't know who to eliminate. Who to eliminate first until all the votes. So you have to have all the votes, just like Maine. And then I would say get rid of everybody under 5%, but that's I guess 4 years from now maybe we could do that. I think it was Oakland or San Francisco. And there's another California ballot where they had top 10, which, Jesus Christ. So anyways, let's see. Ranked choice voting calculations. Cambridge, Massachusetts also used ranked choice voting. Oakland. After 10 elimination rounds, Adams remained first with 41% of the votes. Garcia with 30%. Wiley in third with 29%. And then after round 10, Maya Wiley is going to get eliminated. And then Catherine Garcia is going to go up to 49%. So she went from 30% to 49%, but Adams also boosted from 41% to 51%. So really it's when one of those top 3 gets eliminated. And then, the Adams, he got 10% boost. So they all got a boost, right? But Garcia got a 19-point boost versus Adams' 10-point boost, which got her within, just fucking hairs, just a hair's width distance. A frog's hair, I guess. Sure, why not? Very close, 49% to 51%. That's very, very close. That's very, very close. So for somebody that says it's impossible, it's impossible. That was very close. What do you mean? It's impossible. More than 124,000 mail-in votes have been received as of Monday, but remain to be counted into the ranked voting system by the city's election board. It's important to note that even the ranked choice voting begins. Some races will not be called today as more than 100,000 votes have yet to be counted. And then they said that the voters' responses are due 7 business days later. So they got till July 9th to cure it. So again, July 6th they're counting it. July 9th is when they can cure. So you have to count it after July 9th. And then they're saying the week of July 12th, when you have all the absentee ballots in and they had the week to cure or not. Then, so the week of July 12th. I believe that. I believe the week of July 12th we'll see some results. July 22 is way too fucking long. It took over a fucking month. What the fuck? But the week of July 12th, they got to get cured. It takes till July 9th to get cured. Then the week of July 12th. So after July 9th, anytime after July 9th. Okay? New York City, come on. Don't fuck up ranked choice voting for the rest of us. Just because you don't know how to goddamn count. That's not our fault. Go to fucking school, Alabama. They got public schools in Alabama. I don't know how they're doing, what they're doing in New York City, but July 9th, July 12th. So there you go. Fake practice run, ranked choice voting. The actual tabulation is still yet to come. July 12th. Still another 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks away. So, hang tight. Maya Wiley and Catherine Garcia are still both in the race. They have not conceded. Smartly. And, you know, just live, love, and laugh. Just enjoy yourself. Just have a good time out there, guys. Just, you know, just love, care, and, you know, keep your head up. Stand up straight. Stand up straight. I know it's your right as an American to slouch, but stand tall. Stand tall, stand up straight, live, love, laugh. You know, just,